Hello students, today we are going to learn about participle phrases. What is a participle phrase? It is an adjective phrase that is headed by a participle that begins with a participle. A participle can be a present participle or a past participle. It says something more about the person or thing talked about or the idea expressed by the sentence as a whole. We all know adjectives describe a noun. So a participle phrase, which is also called an adjective phrase, also describes or modifies a noun in a given sentence. Let's take this example. Packed with vitamin C and antioxidants, oranges boost our immunity. You have two parts in this sentence. Okay. Packed with vitamin C and antioxidants is one part of the sentence. Oranges boost our immunity is the second part of the sentence, which is a complete sentence actually. It gives a complete meaning. Whereas the first part is a phrase, it is not complete. What is packed with vitamin C and antioxidants? You are talking about the noun oranges. And this phrase, as it is starting with a past participle, packed, you call this phrase participle phrase. So before knowing more about the participle phrases, you need to know what are phrases, what are clauses, what are participles. A phrase is a group of words in a sentence that do not make complete sense. It does not have a subject and a predicate. For example, the moon shines at night. At night is a phrase. Some boys in the class were making noise. Who were making noise? Some boys in the class. It's a noun phrase here. It does not have a complete sense, so it is a phrase. Whereas a clause is a group of words which forms part of a sentence. Clauses again can be dependent or independent, but all the clauses will have a subject and a predicate. It has a complete meaning. We all admire a man who is brave. Who is brave is a relative clause. You all admire a brave man. Do you know where he lives? It is an adverb clause. Where he lives, you have the subject, you have the predicate, you have the verb here. Do you know where he lives? Verb is an action word that can be finite or non-finite. A finite verb actually can change the form. When the subject is singular, you use a different verb. When the subject is plural, you use a different verb. In the first sentence, you see Ashoka was a king without fear. This sentence is in past tense. If we write the sentence in present tense, this verb will change. Okay, was becomes is. If it's a plural subject, you use are or were. Since he had done deeds of great heroism. Had done is a verb here. It could have been has done. If it's a plural subject, you could have written they have done. So his father wanted to make him engineer. His father wanted. His father wants. Here, instead of his father, you have his parents. Then you write his parents want to make him engineer. Next, I think. Think could have been thought or will think or shall think or whatever. And you have one more, the modal verb here. Comes a finite verb can change the form when you change the subject from singular to plural or when you change the tense of the given sentence from present to past or past to future or whatever. Then what is a non-finite verb? Non-finite verb will not change the form when you change the subject, when you change the tense. There are three types: gerund, participle, infinitive. Gerund. Swimming is a good exercise. What is the verb here? Swimming. Mary avoided doing maths assignment as the World Series was on. Mary avoided. Avoided is a verb. You have one more verb here. Doing. Avoided is a finite verb because you can change the form. Mary avoided. It could have been Mary avoids. Mary will avoid. That is why this is a finite verb. Whereas doing will not change. So this is a gerund. Singing makes Sarah happy. What makes Sarah happy? So in all these sentences, they are all action words only, but then they are acting as a noun in these sentences. So if the verb acts as a noun in a given sentence and the verbs end with ing, you call it as gerund. Look at the participle. It has been raining since morning. Has been raining is the verb here. You could have written it is raining now. It was raining yesterday. It had been raining. Raining. You could have written something else. But ing will not change. It is raining only all the time. They are waiting. The smiling girl is my sister. Harry has worked. In the first three sentences you have ing, here you have ed. First three sentences have present participle, last sentence has a past participle. So what is the difference between a gerund and a participle? Gerund also has ing, present participle also has ing. If the verb is acting as a noun in the given sentence, you call that as gerund. If the verb is acting as an adjective in the given sentence, you call it as participle. The last type of non-finite verb is infinitive. Infinitive again will not change the form, and sometimes you add to before the verb. If you add to, you call it as to infinitive. If you don't have, then you call it as a bare infinitive. She made the children do their work. Can you help me find my keys? Just find my keys. So this is, don't have to before it, you call it bare infinitive. Sonu came to collect her check. To visit the Eiffel Tower is my lifelong dream. To visit is a non-finite verb, is the infinitive here. So let's see what are participles in detail. Participles can be present participle if it ends with ing. You call it as a past participle if it ends with ed or just d or t or en or n. So see the examples here. Rising out of the sea in front of us, the sun started to warm our faces. So this sentence can be divided into two actually. Rising out of the sea in front of us. Which is rising out of the sea? You are talking about the noun sun. Okay, rising out of the sea in front of us is a phrase, and it starts with the present participle rising. You have ing to the verb, so you call it as a present participle. Okay, look at the second sentence. Students planning to study nursing must first meet the dean. Students must first meet the dean as a complete sentence. Who are supposed to meet the dean? Who are planning to study nursing should meet the dean. Planning to study nursing is a phrase here which starts with the present participle planning. Broken by the government whistleblower, the news is all over the media. Again, you have the participle broken by the government whistleblower. And this phrase is starting with the past participle broken. The police will question everyone found loitering around without apparent purpose. Police will question everyone is complete. But then you have additional information like everybody will not be questioned. Those who are found loitering around without apparent purpose. And it starts with the past participle found. So here are some examples from the text. Truly beautiful mind and the little girl. I have quoted some examples from the text. Einstein became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining the skill throughout his life. Who maintained the skill? The skill of playing the violin. Who maintained? Einstein maintained. You are describing the noun Einstein. Maintaining the skill throughout his life is a phrase, and it starts with the present participle maintaining. Let us survive in which they put their affection into words. Mixing science with tenderness is the phrase here. Who mixed science with tenderness? They. So they refer to Einstein and Mileva Mary. The letters contain the contents which were filled with science and their tenderness, their affection. Okay, Einstein got ever more involved in politics, agitating for an end to arms buildup. So, who agitated for an end to the buildup of weapons? It is Einstein. Agitating for an end to the arms buildup is the phrase here, participle phrase here, because it starts with a present participle. Given two more examples from the lesson, the little girl. Trying too much to explain, the little girl lay in the shadowed room. Trying too much to explain is a phrase. Who is crying? The little girl, Kezia. Trying too much to explain is a participle phrase. Looking through a gap in the fence. Who looked through the gap in the fence? It is again the little girl, Kezia. Looking through a gap in the fence is a participle phrase which starts with looking. Complete the sentences with suitable participle phrases. Use the information given in the brackets. Identify the verb in the given sentence and use the verb as a participle and complete the sentences. The scientist created a robot. He worked in the lab. Working in the lab, the scientist created a robot. Tom Dash looked very happy. He has won the chess game. He has won. So you have the verb has won. So how do you write? Tom, having won the chess game, looked very happy. We approached the top of the hill. We climbed slowly. The verb is climb. How do you write the participle phrase? Climbing slowly, we approached the top of the hill. The cookies were all eaten within an hour. This is a complete sentence. The cookies baked this morning were all eaten within an hour. You can't write baking. You have to use baked only. Next one, man dropped his pole into the water. He was shocked at the size of the fish. So how do you change? Use the participle in the beginning. Shocked at the size of the fish, the man dropped his pole into the water. Many players aren't ready for the league matches. All of them are not ready. Yes. So who are all well trained are ready for the league matches. Those who are having minor league experience aren't ready. Many players having minor league experience aren't ready for the league matches. Hope you have understood what are participle phrases. Thank you.